Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream, you guys. Okay, we're going to start in a bit. There is a lot to really talk about. That's why I stream today. So I'm just going to be online for about roughly 2 to 3 hours. But I'm going to discuss everything that we have now in game. So just stand by. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream, you guys. Biker Ulrezwan, hello. Welcome to the stream, brother. So we have a lot to unveil really today. Like for example, this one. What do you guys think about the legendary tribute? Because for me, it's like heroes are getting cheaper right now, like the old heroes, because we're going to have a lot more in the future, and I know that a lot of you guys who are going to watch this video for sure has some heroes that you have regret not getting. So I think this is the time to actually get one. So you can see here some of the heroes that were available only in season 1, and there are also heroes up to season 6 wherein your CPO is available. And yeah, Xiao Yun and the other heroes, also Zugliang. For those of you guys who missed some heroes, I think this is a good way to get them. And I'm not sure if there are more to purchase in here, but hopefully we don't have more than this one. Although I wanted to, but I don't have the funds right now. Maybe later or somewhat the next day or the other day. I really don't have. But yeah. Hey bud. Hey, how are you, biker? How are you doing, brother? How are you doing? Oh, please don't forget our to like our stream right now. Okay, let me just share our feed to our members in the Discord. Um, where is the hero? Let's see. General chat. Let's go. Where else? Revolt. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. I have shared the video to most of our members, so yeah. Ping CC chat and ask Vamp of they sending us CC Apex soon. Really? Are they going to? Good morning, brother Sneaky. Are they going to? Sorry, I'm a little bit early because I have something to do after in roughly 2 to 3 hours. Do you know, guys? I think I like this one. Like I didn't miss any hero. The only hero I missed here is actually Mulan, but she is not here for sure. But for those of you guys who are looking for heroes to open up and you are ready to, or prepared to get them, like for example a Lubu, but Lubu is already in the heroic expedition. But the other heroes here that you might have missed, like a Zugliang, someone's asking before if Zugliang is ever going to be available again. And yeah, if not, maybe you can just get this one and then add to your hero medals, you know? So I think this one is a good purchase for spenders, especially the ones who are in need of opening up these heroes. Like I know some players have missed some of these heroes, and I think this is one of the way for them to get them. I'm not just sure where or until where or what value you can actually purchase this one. Hopefully, it's not going to be much because, as I've said, um, too much bundles for medals, keys, torches are actually going to be like overkill and will disrupt the balance of the game. So opening up just one maybe, or let's say two or three, I think is enough in my opinion. So yeah, this is a good one for me and I like it and I recommend it, especially the players who are in need of those heroes, previous heroes, because they have maybe missed out because they don't know or they didn't realize yet if they're going to use the hero until they do. Okay. So first we check up on the Dynasty. So it's going to be on 27th. That's going to be the start of this one until July 20. As you can see here, it's like around 3 months. Am I right? Sorry, April, May, June, July. Yeah, it's like almost 3 months for the Dynasty. So this is the first one, wherein I think these are the random generated eras that we're going to have a chance to fight with, you know. Sorry. But we got era 1, 85, 78, 69, 58, 52, 45. I'm somewhat lost in translation when it comes to some of the eras because I don't know what eras are, what server of the empires and kingdoms were actually included in the era anymore, and I lost track already. That's what that's the only thing I remember is that I lost track of the eras. But yeah, if you wanna check it out, these are the list of the eras that we have right now. And for those of you guys who is not yet familiar with the Dynasty, we have here the introductions. So the season is about to begin. Players from different kingdoms are gathering in the ancient ruins to battle it out. We have here complete the dynasty achievements to boost the kingdom and personal dynasty points. For those of you guys who have been watching some of my shorts and also the live stream, I think I have mentioned almost everything from this introduction already. Especially the dynasty level. I think it's quite neat that they have this one, although the rewards here are kind of like the Starful Veins-esque, but less, of course, less rewards there. But the most important thing for me here is the Dynasty Conquest, which you need the levels here. You need to get to the levels in order for you to unlock some parts of the store wherein the rewards are pretty damn good. So you just need to really grind this out and you will be rewarded with extremely amazing rewards in the store. And of course, you can get your dynasty contributions from farming also, and you don't need to always be participating in PvP, especially on the primordial conflict, because free-to-play players are very much welcome to farm the dynasty, or sorry, the primordial juice and essence, which I think is a specialty of some players that I know who always farms and gathers and know how to be good at it. So damn good. So these free-to-play players are a must-need for each empire. So free-to-play players, cheers to you guys. This is one part wherein you can get your primordial juice also and essence to work for your alliance in order for you to win parts of the preparation for the primordial conflict. So it's not always going to be PvP. Grinding and farming is also very important now. And also, having that said, your primordial juice that you can get will lead to buffs for your entire alliance or I think server, and then also your personal um, buffs, of course. And having that said, at the end of the event, you will use your primordial juice in order for you to um, exchange it for the dynasty contributions, wherein again you can use to purchase amazing rewards in the store. So we also have here how to play, which is a very neat touch in my opinion. We have the Mightiest Empire here, Golden Expedition, wherein you can check out the rewards right away. This is, I think, the minimum that you can get for the contributions and the rewards if you are pretty active. You also have the Golden Expedition. These are the rewards for the Dynasty contributions. I think that's the max that you can get. And also this one. And we have here the Desolate Desert. And okay, so the Desolate Desert should have, yeah, this is right, I think, should have more to achieve the, or to get the Dynasty contributions and speed ups. Now here is what I'm talking about, the Primordial Conflict. Another thing here is, what is this? Advanced Refineral Capital Building to commend the Alliance for the outstanding performance in the Primordial Conflict. Okay, I think I didn't really get to experience this one, because if you were on the last live stream that we have for the Primordial Conflict, we didn't get a chance to fight for the IC because we don't have access on the docks and the gates, because we don't have that much player. All or everyone from our server is busy, and we are the host. If we are the attacking kingdom, we could have been in the IC, but since we are the host, we should be like porting there, and there should be like this thing that you can port in these kinds of events even if you don't have the actual access, because you are hosting, you are a server hosting. Imagine if you cannot port but you want to play, but you cannot port. And this is a type of event wherein it's a server event, not an alliance event. So the there should be like only an access to a specific flags wherein everyone can port, but we didn't have or had the chance to actually do it, because I don't know what happened during the translation of the porting for the flags. And I think I kind of reported this one, but I don't know if they have responded, because honestly speaking, they didn't respond on my concern. So the next content creator who messaged in our chat is actually the only one who receives the response. But on my part, I think they missed out on this one. If something happened during this Primordial Conflict and other players from the server cannot port on the flag and cannot participate even if they want to, a lot of players are going to be disappointed for sure. But I warned them. I warned them already. Anyway, we also have the Wonder Contest. Another good thing for this one is to grind. As I've said, grind your Dynasty contributions, because on the store, it's not cheap. The Dynasty contributions is pretty important, and it's not cheap. And there is a lot of amounts of rewards in there for you to take. So I would be saying this to you guys, that you should really grind these contributions out. We also have Battle of Dawn, so additional Dynasty contributions again, and of course the gems. So I kind of like everything, especially the added Primordial Conflict here. It's like your treasure hunt event. Once this is available, we can have a deeper dive into this. I didn't really want to share this yet about the Primordial Conflict because I didn't experience the last part. It's going to be like a fake content if I will do a content about Primordial Conflict without experiencing the final fights. So I don't want to give you guys any unauthentic content that I didn't really experience. That is actually not my MO. So please pardon me for not giving you yet the details about the Primordial Conflict, but only just hints and bits of it. So yeah, we're going to have more on that one once it's released. So that is the preview that we have for your Stellar Dynasty, which I think is amazing. And it's coming. It's coming in 5 days. So I'm pretty excited with that. Also, we have here your Empire Bounty completely opened. So Heroes Audience and Isabella is now available. We're going to have some fun with this one. We're going to really have some fun. As I am looking at this video, I kinda see it as a resemblance to how they did Queen, oh, or say, let's say, Eleanor of a queen. Sorry, I kind of forgot the Aquitace. Eleanor of Aquitace. So yeah, as I said earlier, I think after we get this one, we're going to test it with Arameses because one of our viewers really gave us input about this one. Okay. So we have one. And what else do we have there? Tomorrow is this one. Okay, so we're going to check up on Isabella in a bit. Okay. So I think you already know my opinion about the Herald's Twin Moon Shadow and the new troop team. So I won't be really diving deep into that right now. But this one is kinda the one that I want to talk about, the Empire Bounty. And we're actually doing attacks right now on this monster here. And look at the price. Sorry, the rewards. Speed ups plus another speed ups. I think it's pretty neat. The rewards are okay. Each time you spend a confrontation order to attack Empire Bounty monsters, you have a chance to receive the following rewards. Okay. Participate in the rallies, you have 5 daily limit. So 5 hours of each. Okay. Rally to defeat monster bosses and obtain rewards. So when you rally, you get this one. And then when you participated to defeat the boss, you get this one. Okay. When you participate, you get this. When you rally, you get this. Let's see. Because we have rallied a few. Okay. I think we have like something identical to this, but it's quite different. Do you remember the clowns that we had before? I think it's somewhat kind of like that, but different when it comes to rewards and how it's played. Okay, what else do we have there? Okay, not bad. Early morning in the office and looking for some info. Good morning, bro. Need your help to buy the right packs and celebration sale. I have the 30 to 3 euro voucher. Ooh, nice. I didn't really participated in the lucky moments because the time that it's open, I always am out. Okay, if you sent your video link, they should give us 3,000 to 5,000 Apex for making content, but I've not received anything yet. Where do you send your link? Like, I only send it on the CC video creators link. I haven't really received anything. Like, when did they say that they're going to send it though? Because that's what I'm also waiting for, so that I can purchase the bundles. I believe so. I've not tried to log in Pioneer yet. I think last night was last time. Yes, it's enough. I am exhausted trying heroes. I think that's the only thing you did. That's the only thing you did, didn't you? Now, which one do you recommend? Zhugliang or Charlemagne for a Ramesses March? For the future Pyrus? Zhugliang. Zhugliang is, for me, Zhugliang to give you the best damage is a must for a Ramesses, for example. Also for a Pyrus, I think. The only thing that you can interchange, I think, or I suggest, is actually Charlemagne and Confucius. With more damage, Charlemagne. With but the RNG is pretty bad. Okay, the RNG is pretty bad. But when it hits, it can kill a Cyrus in just one swoop. If you haven't seen my video, I have a members only video for the clip wherein I killed a 100k troop remaining still Cyrus with one skill, just one skill. If you don't believe me, just check out the video clip. Okay, which one? Oh, sorry. Tito, use Charlemagne or Liang for Pyrus. I use both. Though in the Tercerberus. But I am not going to tell you guys to exchange your Ramesses for Pyrus because they are quite different heroes. If you want, you can use a Pyrus in a rally maybe and then test them out in the field. But I'm not going to tell you to remove Ramesses, because Ramesses still for me is the big deal, or the best hero there for the swords. So yeah. We also have here Confrontation Bounty. Let's see how much we can get out of this one. Hey, Mr. Sneaky, if you are still in chat, do you want to have a friendly match on the archery? Because I'm looking for someone to actually have a friendly match with the archery and make content about it. So we also have here. I think this is quite neat for the price. Like, how many speed ups do we have? 4 hours per building, and only 4 hours per building. Oh, there's a building also plus 12 hours per building, and 24 hours now for building. Um, 24 hours per building. But where the others have more? Wait, hang on. How about the research for 4 also for this, 10, and then 18 plus 9 is 27, and then 12 is like 39. 39 plus 15 is 54. 54 hours for research and training. Plus you have how many is this? Like 1.5 day for universal. And then you get technique points, resources. This is what I like, the arrows, because I kind of like archery. I like archery in real life, so I kind of like this one. Oh, we have 30 extra arrows if you purchase 40. And then this one, our bonuses, legendary skill scrolls. 50 arrows. They really want us to do the archery, bro. They want us to do the archery. Those are 50 arrows. Am I right? Like, let's repeat. We have 10, 20, 30, 40. Oh. Okay, so we did finish one of the monsters. 41, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 50. And then here, these are the basics, so it's free. Yeah, I think it's pretty neat for the pre also, but of course the values though is pretty low. And then we got 10, 20 arrows, 30 arrows. Yeah, I think the free one is just decent, but the one with the advance I think is pretty damn good for the value. So I think it's safe to say this is a pretty much good value if you're going to think of just $3 for it. So this is a must for me. So it, I think, slaps. So I think it does. So if you wanna go get this one, guys, it totally slaps. So yeah. Also, we have the Archery Championship, which I think is pretty cool. As I've said, I love archery. We're going to do a video about this one later. So, the rewards though, I'm just going to show you first. Here are the list of rewards that you can get from this one. So you can get this. These are the Confrontation Order, Bounty Jewel, and Diamond. You can use this in the store later. And here are the, I think I like the raw iron and insight points here because I really need those, and I know that most of you also need those. And then the other rewards also, as you can see, they have focused this one much for insight points, raw iron, and universal hero medals plus the gems. Look at this, 20 pieces of the black ones or the normal ones, which is also neat. Then you will get like 5k Emperor coins, Yeah, 5k Emperor coins. I think this is a pretty neat deal for the rewards. And then you, on top of that, you will have a daily rewards, which is pretty cool. If I purchase the 60, how many Apex coins need? What do you mean? If I purchase the 60? 64? How many Emperor coins, or sorry, Apex coins you will get? Like double the price. Like let's say 60 is for 99 Apex coins. So that is $1, 99 Apex coins. So we also have rankings in here to see how you fare with your members in your server. And then we have a rewards ranking, which is pretty dope. But the rewards are just decent, you know. The first one, of course, is pretty good. The only thing here is how good are you in this game. This is not a pay-to-win game unless they release arrows for the bundles. But I think if they won't release arrows for the bundles, if we can check later, this is a pretty damn neat game, because if you are really good, you can top this one out and get these rewards, which is going to be for sure a dead slaps event. But if they're going to release arrows in the bundles like earlier, oh, I see we have already arrows in the bundles like earlier, so I think this is just going to be for the rewards, because if they're going to release that, of course free-to-play players are going to have a hard time to top this one. But yeah, I think that's a good additional rewards for the event. Then we have your regular Empire Bounty Carnival, which I don't have any issue with, and there's really nothing special to get from this one as long as you do your grinding and finish them off. You will arrive at a pretty decent amount of speed ups and rewards. So just do it daily. Just do it. Don't skip, because skip no me is not a good thing for me. I mean, I don't like skip no me players. But anyway, okay, what happened there? Oh, we can attack another one. Okay. I see. We're going to explore on this more. 60 pesos cost for Apex coin if purchase coupons. Which better, direct PHP or Apex coin use? So because in the mall or in the platform, you can get it for like 56 pesos. 56 pesos. So it's better to get it from the platforms. Get the Apex coins first from the platforms. Don't directly purchase, because on the platforms they have discounts. So for the 60 pesos, they will have like it's going to be like 56 or 58, something like that. So you still have like a few discounts to go around with. Then we have here the gold coin feast. We always have this one, so just do it. Just do it, and it will slaps. Okay, we also have here the Imperial Caravan. Now this is where I am very worried about, because as I've said, the store on these events, when it comes to the free stores, is actually very inconsistent. Sorry. It's very inconsistent. So looking at it from the preview that they have given us, we have this one, the Whimsical Wonder Chat, which is permanent. I think if you're a free-to-play player, you're going to enjoy freebies as long as they don't have stats, so it's okay for me. And I kind of like the vibe of it. It's like joyful, something like going to a party or something like that. That's the how I feel. So 5 pieces of legendary hero medals, I think it's quite normal. But we always have 3. So this time we got 5, which I think is a must for this kinds of event, because 3 is super low. So 5 I think is just okay. So we have now 15 of this. I think we have like 20 last time. 20 legendary skill scrolls. I'm not sure. One epic, one PHP, one apex coins? No, no. So for 60 pesos or $1, it's 99 apex coins. And then, oh, we got 100. They really want us to do the arrow event or the archery event because they will give us 100 of the arrows for each diamond. They really want us to do the archery, bro. So what do you think, Mr. Sneaky? You wanna take on my challenge? Let's go get some things done with archery. Or anyone in the chat, if you want to challenge me on the archery here, we can do it live. So it's going to be better. And we're going to have, like, for example, 100 pieces, 100 tries of the arrow only. So the most points that we can get for the 100 is going to be the winner. But you have to start from 0. We should both have zeros on our archery. Okay, so we also have here 10 pieces of custom blueprints. Okay. Do you guys still need custom blueprints? Especially, I think the new players. I think the young servers is going to need that. Look at this, 100 pieces of the normal gem chest or black gem chest, whatever this is. 100 pieces. I think this is quite cool that they did this. If you're going to convert this, let's say 3 pieces is like 1 green. And then, oh, I think I'm going to do the math later because I'm pretty bad at math. But I think for 30 pieces, you get like 10 pieces of green. And then for 10 pieces of green, you will get like around 3 pieces of blue. And then one purple. So for every 30, you get 1 purple. So overall in this, you will get like around 1 possible yellow or legendary in 100 pieces of this one. That's my math right now. That's just from the top of my head. So pardon me if I'm a bit inaccurate, but that's just an approximation. So next one we have 100 pieces of technique points. I think we had 200 before. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I think we had like 200 of this one before. Also, we had... Oh, we have 20 mountain weasels. Okay, this is just, I think, a good addition. But yeah, what I was looking for is like another insight points. Because before we had like a few insight points, maybe I saw some before, I think. But yeah, I think this is a cool way to start it off. I think the 100 here to get at least 1 legendary, as a chance though. 1 legendary gem is a good thing for especially for the free-to-play players, because most of this are actually for free-to-play players. So for arrows also, more arrows, more chances of getting rewards. And also, yeah, I think the arrows here are pretty neat also. So I think this one is still kind of mid for me, but it's verging on the slaps one. Okay, it's almost a slap, but just a little bit more less than the slap. So we also have the crown glory here, wherein you can be able to get your hands on more Isabella medals. How much is this one though? How to unlock? Okay, so we have the option to get $1. So it's for the first part here, okay? And then for the $5, oh, I think this is pretty pretty cheap, to be honest, but I don't have any Apex coins. So I'm just going to look at it and see what happens. But this is pretty cool also. Look at that. I love chibi things, you know. If you haven't noticed yet, my avatar is a chibi. So my friend made that for me. And yeah, I kinda like it. So I missed already 2 of this, but I got Napoleon. But the other 2 with Attila and I think The other one, I think I kind of miss it because it's in the, what do you call this? It's in the compass. So I wasn't really able to join or participate in the compass. So I think this 20 pieces of Isabella for $1 is good, I think. But the $5 one is yet to be unveiled because I want to see how Isabella performs. So that's actually it. But 50 pieces, I think overall here, you will be able to bring um your Isabella to 2 stars already. Plus, with the skill scrolls and the other rewards, I think this is a good value, just $5. The only thing is that is she worth it? Because before Napoleon was also in this kind of event, and we know for the Napoleon users, Mr. Sneaky, knock knock, I think Napoleon is quite a very good commander if you know how to use him. If you know the two different builds of Napoleon, which is number one is rage and tank, and number two is burst damage, which I think Mr. Sneaky is using a burst damage build. But anyway, I think this is a good hero, and that's why she is in this event. The only hero that I think was a letdown for me is on this kind of event were the introduction of Tomeris. And where is Tomeris now? Not every player is using him, and I only know like super handful of players who even try to use her. And there has been like other heroes that was way better. So I think it's a separate thing for the amounts of the hero. Let's just count 2, 4, 8, 12. Yeah, it's 20. So I think it's safe to say when you unlock this one, you will get all of this already. Because this is 20. 20 already here. And then the one should be 50. And they have this one here. So I think it's safe to say once you purchase this one, you will get all of this depending on your level. So yeah, but I think it's quite a neat reward. So the only question here is Isabella a good hero? And that's what I want to really check out. But look at this one though, gathering hero. They gave Isabella the gathering hero lineup, and I think it's so I think introducing a hero that you want to purchase, or you have given us a hero that is in a let's say in a bundle or in a chest, and then bluntly also giving us a tutorial of the hero in a freaking gathering march is not pretty damn smart, right? So, as I've said, this is a pretty bad decision that they have shared this as a gathering hero, because I don't know, like a lot of players are looking forward to Isabella because some players doesn't really like Saladin in the march of the new Napoleon because of Eleanor, so they're looking for someone to replace uh Saladin, but there are a handful of other heroes that you can replace Saladin with, especially tactician heroes. So I think Isabella is going to be good there, but right now I am thinking twice because of this one, and it's a letdown that they have given us her tutorial in a or recommendation in a gathering. I think this is a bad decision that they have showed her in the Gathering March. Okay, this one is quite okay. Marshall. You know what? The game don't really give us the recommendations wherein you can cross paths, right? Wherein you can cross paths. Like for example, they don't give us like Ramesses, Isabella, and someone else. You know why? Because they are afraid that maybe some free-to-play players or low spenders would use them, and they will feel like it's a waste. That their recommendation is such bullshit. So I think they are playing it safe to only giving us recommendations with all the heroes on the same type and on the same classes. So they don't really take risks. You know, that's what I think. Even though we as content creators have been also giving suggestions for this types of recommendations, or we do give also recommendations for this one, like for example, we did the pioneer server test, and before that there were given like instructions on how do you think this hero would work, how do you think it would work with this hero or with that hero. I think it's one of their bases wherein they get these kinds of recommendations. But who knows, maybe this recommendation is good. We don't know yet because we can't judge a book by its cover. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. But the one thing I'm sure is they should not give us this one in the Gathering March. That's the only downside. Okay, so they favor Henry rather than Eleanor, or maybe because she is not in the game yet. So even they favor Henry versus Saladin. So it's maybe more on the damage of Henry. Because Isabella is pure tank. She is pure tank, especially with the activations and such. And I think she's going to be a spammable in the skills of Ramesses. That's why I want to try her with a Ramesses. Although British Bowman, I do like the Egyptian. The Egyptian archers are quite cool. You know, like for me, the Egyptian archers just do it for me. So, but we're going to check. Once I have the test for this one, I think I will have a separate video about testing her with Napoleon and versus testing her with a Ramesses. Even though my Napoleon is not 5-star, I will try to 3-star my Napoleon so that you guys can see. But we'll wait for Elizabeth, sorry, for Eleanor first so that it's going to be worth the wait. Yeah, I think that's it for the Empire Bounty. What else do we have here? You can also help your alliance in rallying their monster bosses, and you will get a rewards for it. So here we rallied the bosses. You can see the first one I only joined. So we have where's the rewards though? So the first one, I think, no, that's not the one. Where's the first one? There's no rewards for the first one. There should be like rewards here showing. Okay, there's no rewards. Okay. But I think it's the one that we have seen in the screen earlier. Okay, so let's see if we get more rewards if we join a rally. Okay, this one. Say rally. Let's see what we can get after joining 2 rallies. Oh yes, don't be bothered with it if I'm letting my farms join the rally. Don't be overacting on that one because it's just a level 1 hero, or I mean a level 1 boss. You don't need the strong rallies in there, because there are some players where when we're doing rallying tribes who actually complains about us, like the T8 players, giving off gathering marches. But the gathering marches are full. Even the power of that is actually higher than some of the T7 players. So I don't know what their problem is. But have you ever rallied tribal, let's say, rallies, and someone complained about your troops have being a gathering hero? So yeah, I experienced those things before. No, before, not now, because it was before. All right, I'm just going to wait for this. If we got a reward, I think it's good to spam this heroes, or sorry, this bosses. Next up, we're going to talk about the new mall. So in the mall event, there is a lot of things to talk about. So yeah, I want to be focused on that one. So I'm just going to finish this first, and then go to the store so that I can give you guys my opinion. But number one for me, this one, especially if you are in need of the heroes to open up, this one is pretty worth it. With just $1 on its price value, I think it's a good one. So as long as they don't offer so much of those, I think it's a pretty damn good addition to the event. Have you guys seen my short already about it? Hopefully you did, because I did spend a bit amount of time to actually prepare that shorts, and I'm kind of proud of how it turned out. Okay, there's a looming question here. I just want to answer for hand Handito Handito Hiraroso. Okay, Ramesses is my main lineup. Cavalry, I think, is the second lineup. Are you suggesting I bench Scipio and replace with Confucius? Anyway, I'll unlock Pyrrhus just for third lineup in the arena and pair with Charles, Scipio, Theo. Okay. So, the thing is, in the test, the RAM with Sip is still really is good. But sometimes there were fights that one with confluence. If your main march are swords, I think it's safe to say that Confucius is a must open, but not 100% a must maxed out if you're not really into it. But it's pretty damn powerful. That's for sure. Okay. All right. So we have a question about Confucius and everything. So I'm going to release my Confucius analysis maybe tomorrow. But yeah, if you have any questions still looming on your mind, just drop it here. And we're going to talk about it right now on stream. Okay, I think we did receive something, right? We did receive something. So, sorry, this is the last one. After this, we're going to go 48 seconds, okay. So for those of you guys who are just tuning into the stream right now, please don't forget to like the video. Have you guys ever seen the skills of Eleanor? If you want to, I can check it out for you this time around. But we had it also on the previous live stream, I think, that we have dissect her skills. That's why we arrived at maybe she's a good commander, or sorry, not a good commander, but a good hero for a march. So, okay, 10, 9, 8. Let's see. Oh, and for those of you guys who doesn't yet know, okay, so it's clear, sorry, that we have participation events only at 5 per day, and then when you are the main rally leader, or you're the one who um gets or unleashed unleash the beast, but I mean like unleash the monster. I think you're the one going to get this reward. So if you're the rally leader, you are going to get these rewards here. If you participate, you will get the rewards here. So 5 is pretty neat, I think. And then each time you spend the confrontation order, this one though, you can get from farming, or from this one. You can get it from also opening your bags. What do you call that? Hamper. Once you open that, you will get those confrontation order to get more rewards in the confront monster part. Okay, and then every time you do that, you see you will have speed ups. So I don't know if there is a max on this one yet, but every time you do, you will be able to confront a monster, and you know how to get those hampers. You can do the quest with the tribe, with the tribal elimination, with the farming also, and also when spending empire coins, so you can get those hampers. And I don't know if there's a limit for the monster, but right now I am not seeing any limit though. There's no limit here. So there's no level, so every time you max out, you get another rally. So is it safe to say that you have a good chance to really farm or grind a lot of this building speed and research speed? Because this second part here is pretty limited because it's only 5 per day. But the others, like this one, as long as you can unlock a monster, you can have one of this. And this one also is another one that you can get by just doing the quest from the, where is that, from this one, sorry, from this one, and also getting your hampers from this one. So consume empire coins. So yeah, so I think it's quite good to have speed ups on this event, so make sure that you grind every event this time around. And now, for the most anticipated of some players in the stream right now, we are going to talk about the mall. Okay. So right now, still we have the server merge bounty. As you can see, I haven't really opened it up yet because I can't spend on the game right now. But then these are the good ones. Right off the bat for the festival, you have a Empire Bounty Festival freebie wherein you can get these speed ups, a gem, and a couple of legendary magma crystals. And even the value says 99999. And of course, we're going to get that because it's free. And then next up, we have a 500 Empire coins. The only thing that I want you guys to actually do is go to your Alliance Glory, and then make sure that you chose to like use Empire coins. 8k, I don't have 8k Empire coins, so maybe you just want to get the 2k Empire coins here on the Alliance Glory. And then once you have that, that's the time you want to go to that mall. Where's the mall? You can go to that mall, and then you open up the this one. So that's the only time you want to do it, because you're going to hit 2 birds with 1 stone. You're going to do the Empire Bounty, and then, sorry, you're going to get the Empire Bounty here, and then you can also get the points and the coins from your Alliance Glory. So 2 birds with 1 stone, as I've said. So that's pretty neat. So we're not going to do that right now because I'm saving up. As you can see, we only have like 3k Empire coins. That's how poor I am right now. Okay, celebration sale. How are your vouchers going, guys? Do you guys have a voucher? Because I have plenty of players already messaging me, DM me. They have gotten like the purple vouchers for $100, and they can only get it like for $5. I know, $10. So the the $1,100 they can only get for $10. That's pretty dope, right? So um let's see if there's changes from the rewards. Bro, I think they have added a few more rewards here. Like for example, this one. We didn't have like a voucher on a 60, I think, last time, or maybe I'm mistaken. But I think something is added here. I think they have added something for every purchase right now. Is it just me? Oh, this is pretty cool. 125 for just $1. Especially if you got the free, because there are greens that are free from the lucky moments. Not lucky moments, but lucky bag. If you got the free one, get this one. It's pretty hard to get insight points, so I think that's a priority, even more than priority than speed ups. So that's a priority for freebie because you only get like a few speed ups that you can get from other events. So for me, insight points is the good thing here. This one is pretty low, so I'm not going to suggest a $1 for that. Even the freebie, spend it here on insight points. Insight points is pretty important. Okay, $3 for this. If you have voucher, I guess you can do it. This one is good also at $3, but there's no other option or other rewards with it. This is pretty dull here. But this one, as I've said, this one really do slap. So yeah, I want you guys to get that one. Okay, because what are inside points? Use insight. It's insight points. Insight. It's for your animal resource or research. Sorry, animal research for your mounts. If you haven't known yet, I don't think you have mounts yet. So insight points are used for your animal research. So yeah, you need those. You can also get that by from breeding your mounts, but they only give a few. So I think if you have the voucher for free, just get this one. Then next are the speed ups. Those are your next priority. Now this is also neat, but the amount that you can get for a technique points should be at least 110, I think, because we have 170 for 110. The only difference is we have here 3 days, and on that part I think we have like only 24 hours, so you get like 2 days here extra, and then but here you have less, like 50 less technique points. So I'm not sure about this, especially this one. This is a pretty mid for me. I think this is pretty mid, so don't go get that one. This one is 8 times 8 is 64, I think. Am I right? 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 7 is 52. Sorry, 50. Not 52, 56. Um, yeah, I think it's 64, right? 64 hours. So that's like almost 3 days. Almost 3 days for each. Yeah, I think this one is cool, especially if you have the voucher. If you have the voucher, that's cool. This is I don't like this. Only if you need a technique points, but you can get more technique points on other events. If you have a voucher here, I can dig that because of the speed ups, but if without, and I don't really want you guys to prioritize this unless you really need to open up your new research institute on your castle facilities. As I've said, the my priority, like look at this, 335 for $3, and if you have voucher, of course, like $1 for this, I think, because there are vouchers here for $1 and you can get this one. I know it says it's a low value, but this insight points is pretty damn important for me. On my well, in my case, but free to play, sorry, low spenders, mid spenders, this is not going to be your priority for sure. But as I've said, this is pretty important also. So speed ups for me, and this one is going to be my choice. So next up is this technique points with the speed ups. If you are in need of technique points, because if you're rushing to go to your new research institute, I think this will be of very good value also for you. Don't touch the legendary skill scrolls. They don't have that much. You will have other rewards with legendary skill scrolls that includes, like, let's say, a speed up, but here it's pretty dull. You can see the rewards, right? It's pretty dull. You only get like three, so these two are really not that important, although the VIP is quite important for some players, but it's pretty low though. It's pretty low. And you can get better legendary skill scroll packages or bundles than this. So this one, 500 pieces for $5. It's quite good for me, but it says the value is this one, but I think it's I think it's a bad value. I think this inside point has higher value than what they are showing here. But this one, as you can see, pretty bad at 30 pieces only. Um, I got it now. I know it now. Too many coins. Okay, it's okay. No worries about it. Okay, this is pretty dope. Okay. Let me just give you a let's say a comparison of this one, okay? So you will get celebration sale coupons here from um $20 down to 15, I think. And that's cool, right? And also, on that note, you will receive speed ups of training for, let's just say it's 5 days, okay? It's 4.5 days, but let's just assume it's 5 days. 5, 10, 15 days. But it's different speed up each time, right? But they value training more. If you are going to check it out, they always value training more when it comes to the values of the packs. So we have 3 speed ups for 15 days, I think. And then you also get this one and Empire coins with the resources. Okay. Now compare that with your where is that? Where is that? I think it's here. Compare that with your custom gift, because this is what I purchase sometimes before. So here you will get 15 days, but it's all research, right? The good thing about this is you have extra 15-hour universal speed ups plus 2 epic custom gem chest. So you see the value of this so much, especially if you are gunning for research speed ups, right? So it's a valuable reward, right? So the custom gift is pretty damn dope. But I think they tried to mimic that value here, but I think they're having a little bit less of what the custom gift offers. The only good thing about this one is you will have less $5 for the next purchase if you want to purchase for the $20. So you will have like $5 less. So that's a win. So that's $5 that you can purchase again on something. So I think that's the added value of this one. But you are missing here the two gem that you can get, and then like let's say 1.5 or 2 days from the speed ups. And the only redeeming factor here would be the 10 million resources, which I think resources are always going to be there. You can actually farm resources. So for me, the resources doesn't give value that much to me unless I really don't farm in a day, you know? But for me, yeah, this is good, especially if you have a voucher. So yeah. The succeeding prices here, I think, is just okay, just fine. Not pretty. Yeah, I think just fine though. But this one, look at this. I'm going to share with you guys some info also on how much insight points really has on its value. This is $10. I'm going to show you um where we can get more insight points in a bit. But yeah, the prices here are not so good for me, in my opinion. Like you all know that as far as we go from zero to hero here, you're going to have way less values for each one. So the main thing that you can do here, unless you get a voucher for the higher prices, is once you're finished with the low prices and you still have your Apex coin that you want to purchase, I think you should reset it first. I think you should reset it first. And then once you see once you get the other ones that you need, especially low spenders, mid spenders, I think you are going to have better values. But the values here, as I've said, is increasingly good. Sorry, increasingly low. But still, the part there where, for example, this one are still good, but the value is depleting ever so often as you go along with the prices. But as I've said, for me, if I'm going to purchase, my priorities are with insight points. Second off is research. And also the third one here is this one. And for me, you can get more legendary skill scrolls in other aspects of the game or other bundles that has more value. Especially don't purchase the one with the meteor steel or the raw iron. It's actually a cash grab job, if you know what I mean. So those recommendations that I made, I think will really do you good. And then once you finish up the ones you need, you can reset and just purchase it again. And in case you don't know yet, we have royal points wherein you can unlock this one. Now, these are chances, okay? For example, you have maxed out the 45. There are times that you're going to unlock the number 5%. Sorry, 5% here. That will appear. Now, if you want to get the 5%, I think it has higher amounts of royal points that you need in order for you to get that really. So for me, the best one you can get actually is this or this, the purple or the blue, because the gold one has a higher required royal points for you to actually open it up, and getting royal points is not cheap, as you see. So if you get lower tiers, you will get a chance to have extra rewards rather than opening the big one, especially low spenders and mid spenders. So yeah, that's how it works. That's how you want to do it. Okay. So if you have other suggestion, recommendation about this one, just leave them on chat right now. I have the voucher. That's the thing. That's nice. It's either 24 days of research building and training days of 30 for research is quite a lot of castle facility token. Okay. If you have the voucher, as I've said, you need to focus what you only need. Like, for example, you need the castle facilities. You want to open up your new research institute, go on for that one. Because you have also 24-hour research speed ups there. But I don't want you guys to be getting like legendary skill scrolls. You don't need it here. Only spenders are like whales, krakens, or maybe near whales actually do spend something like or buy something like this and something like this. So for me, low spenders, mid spenders, just focus on what you need, like speed ups, uh, technique points, and also insight points, because that's pretty rare. You're only going to see a few of that in the market. Now, I want to compare the price of your insight points here versus the price of the insight points wherein we can get it from the value packs. Okay. So here you can see your insight points in the daily discount. Okay, so as you can see, for $500, sorry, for 500 pieces, $500, for 500 pieces, you will get it for a voucher of $1 here, right? Okay, so now compare the prices. You can still get more value from this insight points than the offer there, but this is usually $5, right? And then when you get your insight points here, I just want you to examine this one, because the next one here I think is 800, and then it's for $10. 800 for $10. If you examine and combine it, or sorry, compare it with this one, like for example, the 60, the $1 here is just 125. So of course you're going to first purchase the one on the daily packs. So yeah, so you need to really balance it out. Now, for example, here you get 335 pieces. Okay, the only redeeming factor of this one is additional mount whistle, which I think isn't there, and plus this one. But $3 is almost 500 also. So, but there are also vouchers there in the daily packs. That is $3. So I think you should prioritize that one before this one if you're going to purchase it. Unless, as I said, you got vouchers. Like for example, you got $1 voucher here for 335, and you got $3 voucher in the daily chest. Sorry, in the daily packs for the insight points. You're going to get more value from this one than the daily packs. But if you have a $1 there for 500, that's the value that you want rather than this. Okay, but the speed ups, I also compared the speed ups already with you guys with the custom or sorry, custom gift. Am I right? Something like that. And here, let's see, 900 pieces for $10. This is actually way cheaper because we have 800 pieces for $10. This is for $20 on the next value packs, but here you can only get it for $10. And especially if you have vouchers, you will get way better value here. Plus you get another voucher here, so it's a value there. But on the lower portions or sections of the purchases or the bundles of the insight points, you will get a little bit more value from the value packs. So yeah, there it is. And as I've said, I've compared the speed ups that you can get from here versus the custom gifts, and you can get better rewards on the custom gifts, but you don't have training speed ups there and building speed ups. So if you're a regular buyer of the custom gifts, and you want some training and building, I think this is the place you want to go rather than your custom gifts. But if you only are focused on research, I think you need to go to the custom gifts because they have better deals. And yeah, next one we have the Emperor Bounty bonus. I found this one pretty much the same as the last we have. Like this is going to be like choose one. And the only question here is really, if you're purchasing as a spender, which are you going to choose here? I'm a player that really choose what I need only, and I'm not really going to purchase or get anything that I don't need. If you are being like blinded by the shimmering prices and the amounts of things you can get from here and really deviate your attention to that without focusing on what you really need, I think you're going to have a problem. I have encountered that one. I'm guilty also of that one before, but you know, experience does make you wise, isn't it right? Okay, so we have here what to choose from this one. You already know the prices of insight points, you know, and well, are you okay with just 20 technique points? I'm not sure I'm going to be okay with that. I don't really have a lot of choice for this one, but as I've said, insight points are really hard to come by. And really, you need a lot of these insight points. A lot. Because there's a lot of animal research. And you need a lot of insight points. So if there ever is a freebie for insight points, that's actually what I'm choosing. It's for me. If you have other recommendations, you can actually just say it in chat, and maybe the others will also get what you recommend. But for me, as a long time buyer from this one, which I think this is the only event that I will not be participating because I'm really dead broke right now, and I can't even get my Apex coin to 99, which is $1, and yeah, I don't have any. But also here, I think insight points is quite good. Another one of insight point. You know what? You can get levels of insight points from this one so much. I'm just going to show you the value of an insight points. So it's actually pretty expensive, getting pretty expensive right now for me for the insight points, because every insight points I get is pretty much should be a win for me. Okay, so as you can see, I have like 830 insight points right now. This is actually my build for my animal research. You can see how many you need. You need like, in order for you to open this up to 4, you need 4 levels of this, each of this one, right? And then you need, before you open that, you need 4 levels of each of this one also. And also same here. So that's actually how you would get this to level up. And how much insight points does each of them have? Like this one, you need 960. 960. How long do you think you would be able to get this or to open up this one? I haven't even opened it up because I focused mostly on my main march, because that's how you should do it. That's how you should do it. Because the other values won't really have value for you if you're a free-to-play player and low spenders who open up everything already. Then your main march is going to be missing out a lot on the attack. Here, look at that, 15%. Here also, and this one. Now, if you don't have that at max, at just that, let's say 5, you get like just 7.5%, so half. That's why sometimes it's you can really feel the hits of the other players because they focused on one major category on their animal research center. So now you can see the value, the real value of the insight points. It's just a, not everyone is actually paying attention to this because they're not going to get so much insight points. But if you can actually think of it, like for example this one, imagine the difference between the pikeman's health, for example, the health at 2.25% at this level 3, and then versus the level of 10. That's just like times 4 or times 3, sorry, times 3. And even in the defense, you have 7.5, half only of the defense. And 7.5 is a huge difference. If you don't have max at 15%, you will have a huge difference when it comes to the defense if you only have 5 and you open up all of this. So the if you open up all of this at the same time, and your main troops are at a low level for the research, you're going to have a hard time really using your main march because you will be lacking that much research on your main troop. That's why I focus on that first before I did open up until here. And yeah, I unless you are trying to do multiple marches, that I recommend you not to max out your main. But for me, this is how you should do it, especially if you're a low spender, mid spender, or a free-to-play player, because it's hard to get insight points. So you really need to be wise on where to use it. So I think that's an additional information that maybe, hopefully, you could maybe take advantage of. So we also have here this one. As you can see, there's only like a few amounts of like legendary lightning crystal hammer. Will you really need those? Compare it to 300 of this. You only need like 2 or 3 of this, and then you have one level already of your let's say points on your research. That's a huge thing because you will have research. You will have like for example defense or attack or maybe health. You will add that right away to your heroes. And as I've said, research, it tops everything almost here in the game, because you might have like these 2 hammers, but you cannot really go anywhere yet. Let's say 10 hammers, but you cannot really max out a ring, or maybe you can add up a little bit of levels. But let's say you get like 3 of this. Comparing 3 of insight points of this one, you get 1 level of a research, and then 3 of this is like 6 pieces of fine gold, wherein you need like, for me right now, I need like 80 to actually get to it. So yeah, whichever you are going to be of value with, and then compare it with this one, you are actually also okay if you're going to choose the custom gem chest. So yeah, and also this one, technique points for the level or for the amount of 50 is also okay for me. So yeah, these 3 for me is actually the best here. If you wanna do, if you wanna choose from these three, I can support that. But for the others, I will also support you, of course, because that's your decision. But I'm just saying what my opinion is about this one. Also, this. Look at that. But do you really want to get the new troop team? That is actually the question. And also this one now. Which do you think here is the most valuable as a freebie? Okay, I'm going to give you like 5 seconds. What do you think is the most valuable here as a freebie? Hey, Harry, how are you doing? How are you doing? Okay, good for farming, yeah. What? Oh, wait, hang on. Which one do you think is good castle boost? Okay, I'm just going to answer some questions before we continue with the video. Um, which one do you think is good castle boost or resources boost? I am on the way to purple for purple tech. I have a discount of $99. Okay, I think you should open the purple tech. As I've said, research is important, right? Once you open up purple tech, you will get a good amount of research in there. But I must warn you, you must not max any of it for me. You just need to open up until you reach the end. Just open it up until you reach the end. The only thing that I would consider, or that I did consider maxing out, is the might damage, strategy damage, might defense, strategy defense, and the last part. Once you're on the last part, you must max it out if you can, because it's pure defense, offense, and damage reduction and damage. So it's pretty much important. Also, there is also health on the end of that. But first step is to open up everything. Open it up until you get to the end. And I think it will also require levels of renovations for your university. So you should also think of that. I have the voucher, that's the thing. Insight points you can get easily from horses. Yeah, okay. You can get easily from horses your insight points, but how much insight points can you really get? For me, in just my opinion right now, like I just want that stats, extra stats. And then for the research, these are just freebies from the chest though. This doesn't have any speed ups. And as I've said earlier, there are actually three choices that I want you to make. It's either the insight points, the castle facilities, the technique points, and also the research. Sorry, the speed ups. Those are the only three things that you might want to consider in there, because the other are quite um, mid to very sloppy. So yeah. Next question is, I feel that it depends on what you need. Yes, that's true. That's true. That's what I'm trying to really imply right now. I might choose gem chest or perhaps insight points, but in my situation, I might need technique points. Yes, for me, as I've said, research is pretty much important. So if you are still gunning for the new research institute, I want you to rush it. I mean, you just open up the levels on your castle facilities to open up that research institute. And once you open it up, I want you guys to just uh, open every single thing up. Also, don't maximize the levels, don't maximize the might or the strategy. You're going to lose a lot of time doing that. So what I want you guys to do is to first max out, sorry, not max out, but open up all the research from the research institute. Okay, what is the circular arrow with the remaining written next to it? What do you mean? Where circular arrow? You mean like this one? It's a reset. So you have one reset every day. For example, as I've said, you have purchased this one, or purchased anything that you already need, or you need, you already purchased it. So if you don't have anything to purchase yet again today, and you still want to purchase the same thing, like for example, I want to purchase this one twice, just for example, and then I have purchased everything that I need, plus I want to get this one again. You just click on the reset for the day, and this will just reset. You can purchase it again. That's the thing. You can purchase it again doing it that way. I think they should put a reset button for these researches. I don't think they're going to do that because it's even hard for them to reset a ring, so I don't think they're going to do that also for the research. I think in the history of me playing strategy games like this one, city building games like ROK and COD also, I think it's safe to say that I have never experienced a research reset. The gems maybe, hopefully, if they can reset, but I don't know because sometimes, yeah, but I think they also need to do a gem reset because sometimes players has already maxed out a gem. Like for example, they wrongly leveled up a gem to a red one, and then they really need the three instead of red one, and the three reds they would need three reds instead of a red one. So I think that's where the reset will be very useful. Oh, thank God you're fine. Hopefully you had a wonderful weekend, brother. The thing is, I am really lacking on speed ups. I might progress so fast with very little time speed ups. You can get speed ups also from the one with technique points. If you really need technique points, and there is actually a speed up also there, I think it's going to give you more value because you can hit two birds with one stone. That I always say that. Show us your shopping spree. I want to, but I'm not a spender anymore. I kinda have a right now a financial problem. So another one. Yes, this one. Okay. Thank you, brother. I thought I changed the current packs. Okay. Yeah, so one bit of advice, do not reset until you get all you want for the day. So once you get all the bundles, that's the only time you want to reset because you can get another turn for the ones that is, for example, on the low value and you want to purchase it again, you can do the reset. But until you really get to the end and you're sure you don't have any more to purchase, you can do it. And another thing is that every day the celebratory sale changes its packs. So there will be times you can see Empire coins, there will be times you can see hammers in there, and I think it's going to be tomorrow. So make sure, as I've said, number one priority is always what you only need. Do not be blinded by the prices, and you're going to deviate from your progress if you're going to do that. Because if you purchase something that you don't need at that time, so there's a progress that has been cut off because you purchase something that you don't need, but maybe you need in the future. But right now is, for example, you're going to need technique points, and you purchase other things like, let's say, legendary hero medals, but you don't really need legendary hero medals at the moment, and your research are tanking because you are lacking technique points because you cannot open up the new research institute. Now that's a problem. That's another progress being paused, I think, and being hindered. So yeah, make sure you focus on what is needed and what is not just cheap. Okay, I am still in the newer server, season 1, almost season 2. What will be the best focus? Be gem research, tech, or insight points? Research. Research is the most important thing. And if you can, the tech research is always going to be there though. But you can do both research and research tech. That is the most important. Now for the gems, there's always going to be gems. Yes, there's always going to be gems, but you don't need to rush it. You don't need to rush it. It will come to you as long as you know how to be patient. Dormant reset. I heard they want to implement it, right? It's not yet finalized, although yes, there were rumors and also suggestion, recommendation also about it, but there were no actual confirmation about that. But the one actual confirmation I can tell you guys are the new heroes. Not the season 7, but season 8 and also the new rings. But it's not going to be in season 7 because they haven't yet finalized the effects of some of the rings and some of the heroes are still in testing. Alpha test, I think. And also, I think that's also another reason why they haven't released King Canute yet, because I think they have made King Canute so strong that it can actually pair up with a King Arthur. That's why they haven't really released him yet. But the plan was at season 7 they could have released him, but they have they have prolonged him for a while because they're trying to adjust before they release. Is it fine to unlock purple tech first, but your speed ups isn't ready to max it also? Your renovation, yes. So for me, you can actually do it step by step rather than rushing it. When I tried doing the new account, or a new account again before in 313, server 313, shout out. So what I did was do it gradually, like I did do the research, but while I'm waiting for a renovation, I do the research that I can, especially on the new purple tech. And then when I cannot open up the other research for the purple tech, I'm going to go back to the new to the regular research. So that's actually what I did. So if you have a research for purple tech but you don't have renovations, you focus first on the purple tech. And then once you cannot really upgrade the purple tech anymore, just to open, okay? Don't max it out. Just to open. I revert back to the regular research. And then while we're waiting for the purple for the renovation. Once the renovation is up, I open up another purple tech. I can now level up another purple tech. And then once renovation is needed again, I'm going to stop the purple tech, going back to the regular again. So that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Only thing is you need to focus is the mercenary research also, wherein you need to focus only your best troop. I think I already have a guide for that, I think somewhere. You can search on my channel about the mercenary research guide. I mean, $400 just for a troop team is too much. Yes, honestly. And I think the only redeeming quality of the troop team is actually the look of the constellation is pretty good. And also they added some flair with the attributes. But I'm going to show you the theme though, since we are already here. So the theme is, look at this theme because I'm going to compare it with the old ones. You have here 0.61, 64, 1%, 1%, 0.84, right? This is a new rarity, okay? New rarity. The looks of the theme is quite fine. I like the constellation. I like the flow of the gold that is coming out of it, but it's not really something that is game changing, right? The stats though, or the attributes kinda change a little bit. But if you compare it from the old one, you only have 0.01, 0.01 additional on the attack and bonus. 0.01. You can see that's 0.64, 0.63, just 0.01. Now another one is here, 0.75. It will give you additional 0.25, so that's a little bit better. Yes. And then on the last part, you get like 0.21, I think. Yes, 0.21. So that's the only difference from the new themes to the old themes. For low spenders, mid spenders, I don't really think you really need this one. The only thing that is actually going to be, let's say, a huge difference is that as long as you purchase themes, you're going to stack up the stats. As long as you purchase teams, you're going to stack up the stats. So if I have 20 teams of 1%, that is 20%. 20% of stats added to me. Yeah, that's actually it. That's the actual difference. But do you really need to purchase every time? No. For me, no. So this one is not a must for me because I kind of find it a little. So yeah, I kind of like the constellation because it slaps, but the other ones I don't kind of like it, especially the added additional stargazing wedge here. Others would say or argue that why not purchase now because the attributes are better and I think the price is the same. Yes, it is the same, but as I've said, they have done this before. They have increased the rarity and the stats. So they will do this again. Why not wait for something that you can enjoy and be proud of your troop team or city team that you are willing to spend on, rather than just settling for the attributes? Because you want the attributes, you get now the city and the troop team, but you don't really enjoy the looks of it. Why the hell would you want that one? For me, as a very choosy buyer, I would like someone that I will enjoy. Like for example, this one, it looks pretty dope, right? Like there is a Grim Reaper there. You have bones revolving around you. That's why I get this one. So it's just it's, I know, cosmetics, but for other players, they don't really care about cosmetics. They just want the attributes. I'm just saying this for players like me who likes the cosmetics of them all, the looks, the effects, and the overall appeal. So I did skip some of the events, especially like for example this one. This has higher rarity, right? But I'm sure the next release will be of the same rarity also. You will get the same stats, but there is a chance that we will have a better looking troop team, or maybe a troop team that is suited for you, that you really like, or maybe the city team also. So for me, that's a also another thing. It depends on how you do it. I'm just giving you an idea and my opinion about the matter. So yeah, I think at the end of this, all of them are going to be the same as this one. So as you can see, all the free chests here are the same after this one. So here now is the question that I have been asking earlier. Which of this one do you think is important? So my answer is this one, the Meteor Steel. Because for me, it's hard to get Meteor Steel. There's only like, you need a few investments in order for you to get Meteor Steel, and I don't think there are a lot of events that gives away Meteor Steel. But this is actually for players who are already at the brink of leveling up their rings to level 41, for example, because you need like 150 of these rings, I think is 150, in order for you to level up to 50 rings. Okay, so for me, if you are a mid spender and you max this out because you want the troop team, or maybe you are a whale or something like that, and you want to choose from here, I will stay. I will say still whatever is needed. For example, you need something from this one, and not the meteor steel. Go on, but here this Chalcedony, you can get a lot of those. So I don't think you want that. The gems though, I can support the gem. Also the hammer, and this and the raw iron. You can also get raw iron from tribal rally, which is every other day. I think you're going to have like less than 200, but still it is every other day, so you can actually have access to it. The other one is the gem and fine gold, which is, I think we only get like, sorry, not the gem but hammer, like 20 hammer in the VIP per day, per week, sorry, per week. Then also the custom gem chest also is a good one. So yeah, but the lightning crystals, you can also purchase this one on the VIP or maybe treasure hunt every week. So I think it's the valuable here for me is this, and this. So that's actually my recommendation, but it's up to you, whatever you'll be happy with and satisfied with, because it's your money, not mine. So yeah, I'm just here to give you guidance, or maybe we have the same path. Okay, we have the glorious coronation. This is also going to be a daily thing. As you can see here, there's a reset. So it's a daily reset. Those of you guys who wants to get some hero medals, go get it here. But I think you can also get hero medals by tomorrow on the celebratory sale. So yeah. But I think this is also a neat one because you get speed up. So in order for you to get your hands on hero medals. But the hero medals here I think is one. And then the next one is also one. The next on this one is like $3 at 2 pieces of this, and then at $5 you get 3 pieces, and then at the last part at $10 you get 5 pieces. So I think you will get like 11. If not, if not 11, I think it's 10. But I think it's 11. You get 11 if you finish this up, because this is, I'm sure this is going to be like up to $10. So yeah, I think this one will always slaps. So yeah, we have also the golden keys or gold city key. Okay, did you notice how big of an amount that we have for the golden keys? Plus they added torch in it, then 24 hours speed up each. I think they're getting less and less valuable right now, the golden keys. But as I've said, these are pretty much important. So I think the value for $1 here is pretty good. I just don't know. As you can see here, 12,000. Don't be fooled, okay? It's not 2,000 value. It's 12,374. You can see the one right here. One. Have you noticed the one beside the two? So yeah, I think this is a cool way to actually give off to the low spenders and mid spenders maybe. So yeah, it also resets, but it's every 2 days. So I think if this is not until $5, because most of the golden keys, if you have noticed it from the events, every time they release golden keys and what do you call this? The torches, they always only end up to $5. So I think this is also the same $5. But this one is a huge value. That's why this one slaps. Okay. I think we need to get there our slaps meter. Yep. Yep. But you won't see the value. So I don't wanna put it there anymore. We have also here the astral compass. This is where you get the cute chibi Josephine. So you have a chibi Josephine once you get to the astral compass. So every time you roll or you spin, you get one of this one. So there is an 100% chance you get everything, but not in one spin. Okay, don't get me wrong, not in one spin. This is also a pretty neat one, wherein you can get the Oracle of the Moon. If you are defeated, this is how it looks. Um, well, it's pretty dope also. We also have something that is very good that I really like. I think it's this one. No, this one I think. Yeah, I like this one. This one is what I liked before, but I think this is pretty cool also. Although it is dominated kind of the gold. I'm not sure if you like that kind of thing, but the best part of this one is the troop capacity. Although it's pretty small for the amount of just 100 troop capacity, but it's for all your troops though. It's for all your troops. But I kind of like dig this better because there are variety of colors. There is also a minimalist part of this one which I like, but they have for me better color palette and better grading than this. I don't know if it's just me, but that's how I look at it though. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the new one? And also you can get your spins here. So the prices, as always, is of course a little bit pricey. But if you really want to open it up, then you are free to do so. There are players I know that loves aesthetics, so I think it's a neat thing that they have added this one. Although, as I've said, free-to-play players and low spenders doesn't need to worry. Sorry, doesn't need to worry about players getting this, because the stats here are not going to be or change anything really in the game. It's just like aesthetics, really, to be honest. So you really won't get any, not so much from this one. So yeah, we're just enjoying the fact that we have aesthetics here in the game, especially players that really likes aesthetics. So I think this is for them. And don't worry about other players spending in the game, because that's actually also another way how the game can survive. Because if the game will not be able to actually accumulate money, I think we can be, let's say, compared to the other games that just have closed. that I don't really want to mention what game it is. But yeah, if there's aesthetics like this and players do get them without added attributes that are ridiculous, I think it's a good thing for the game. And also them giving away some rewards and updates to the new to the free-to-play players and low spenders, like the new Dynasty. I think is a also a good thing. Good job on their part. We have also the Blazing Torch Torch Fire. So yeah, Blazing Torch Fire is also cool. Look at this, 10,000 in value. I think I will also recommend this one. Same as the gold case. I think it's going to be up to only $5. So I think this also. So yeah, I kind of recommend this also. Though this one I'm not going to recommend that much unless you really need the legendary lightning crystals. Some players there for sure are going to need this. For me though, this is not for me a priority unless you really need the lightning crystals. Because magma crystals, you can always get that one. There is some from Island Tactics, from the other store, and also from Treasure Hunt, and of course also from other big events that offers this one, especially the Merit store. You can get those in there. Now this one is quite impressive because they have combined the Universal Legendary Hero medals. Usually, the Universal Legendary Hero medals of 10 pieces is actually at $10 already, with just let's say 1 or 2 days of speed ups plus resources. That's already for $10. Now they made it 15 pieces here, and it's almost going to be half of that. Let's say 750 or 800. Sorry, 800 pesos, which is I think $7, 20. Sorry, $15. Okay, and then now they added 2 custom gem chests, which is legendary. So I think this is a good value. Although the only I think downside that they started off with $20 that will turn off some players because they will think it's a little bit high is because it's $20 right off the bat. But if they started this with $10, I think a lot of players are going to start with that. But for me, this is also a for me because this for me, if I'm going to measure or think of the value that's in here, legendary hero medals 15 pieces, 2 legendary custom gem chests, any gem or legendary gem that you need, plus 300 technique points, and then 10 days of speed ups. I think this is a winner for me, in my opinion. That's why I gave that level of rating. We also have here the Golden Signet pack. Putting Isabella with Ramesses? Yes, that's actually my thinking. Is to put Isabella with Ramesses. But I'm not yet sure. I don't recommend it yet because I haven't tried it yet. I don't want to recommend something that I haven't tried and make a fool of myself because I want to be genuine to every one of you. So I can't really release any informations yet, but I can say my the things that I will do though. So I'm going to try it with promises. Yes, I think this is a pretty neat one to have. So I think also this is where you can get your other parts of the meteor steel. I think this is going to be another place where you can get the meteor steel as long as you purchase this one. But I don't want you guys to be purchasing, if you are low spender, mid spender, I don't want you guys to be purchasing more than $10 because I'm sure this is going to be more than that. And it also resets for 2 days, which is I think pretty cool. They always do that though, so it's like a regular thing that's happening. So I think this is also a good way to start for low spenders that needs gems with rings and speed ups. Is a good mash or combination. So I will give this a but until only $5 or $10. Do not push beyond that. But because for me, those are Kraken and Whale territories already. So until only $10. Okay. So what is hot right now is this one, right? So the thing is, if you didn't purchase the spins like me, I didn't do it. So you're going to be lacking on now the draw tokens. I'm going to show you the difference. What did we have here? For $10 there, you will get right away, like let's say 300, I think, of obsidian coin, 300 of obsidian coin. But right now the $10 is 50 obsidian coin. The $20 here, the $20 here are just 100 obsidian coin, and there I think it's 500. If I'm not mistaken, maybe 200 there. This one is 100. I can't tell anymore, but I'm sure that this has way higher value in the pre-sale. That's what I think. That's what I'm sure about. I don't think it. I'm sure about it. So yeah, you can see now the difference or the importance of the pre-sale. If you're a spender, pre-sale is always 100% the best. Okay, exchange store. It's 4,000. Okay, you can get this for 4,000. As I've said, the all unit types attack was only increased by 0.6. 0.6. Compare it to the old ones. You will get 0.6 extra. Just 0.6. Although this one is limited, so I don't think they will do this like regularly, or they will bring this back. So I'm not sure if they're going to bring it back. That's the only thing. So, but I'm sure that there will be another kind of this limited quality in the future. You just need to wait though, because I'm not sure they're going to do another. I'm not sure if they're going to do another limited soon. Maybe another time, and maybe that time you will have a better chance to, or they will have a better looking or better quality troop team and city team that you would like. So for me, just save up for now if you don't need this one. And but we have here also the Moon Realm title that gives off 1.6%. I think it's 1 point something also from the others. Where is the purple here? 1.2. So zero point 0.4 is the additional for the Moon Realm. Then the frame 1%, I think 0.6 is what we have before. 0.75, 0.75. So just 25. 0.25 was added though. We also have here the Nightfall regions. This one is for the rally battles. I think we have like 1 point something also on the rally. So this is how it looks. For 2, we have before 1.5. Okay. So we also have a comeback theme here, which I think I really want to get, but I don't have carnelians. I only have like 2k. But yeah, this is the Sea Conquerors team. A lot of players that I know of wants to get one, and is really waiting for the comeback of the Sea Conqueror. So I think it's time for you guys to get your Sea Conqueror. So yeah, it's a pretty good deal. Oh, they also have here other comebacks that you can actually get. So once this finished, you can also open up the old ones. Okay. So after 49 draws, you can open up this one. So there are limits to the others that you need in order for you to open it up. So you need some draws in order for you to get that. So hear me out. What if next time that we have a Herald's store, that this is going to still be available, right? Because this is a comeback. You can see it's now also available. This is also available. It just so happens that I own it already. But this one, once you draw 49 times, you will get to open this, and this I don't have yet. Okay. So I need to draw 49 times in order for me to get this one. So I think next Herald store, we can still have the Sea Conquerors team and all its parts. They're slowly giving us the Herald store back the old ones, so that we can complete it individually, slowly but surely. That's what I think. What do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about it? Let's just read some of the chats right now. Okay, we have thank you for the advice by Jonan. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. I am surprised Stellar Dynasty lasts 12 weeks or 84 days, and my Stellar fight two of the strongest era, 266 and 267, 268, and I forgot one more. Ah, I see. Besides, I am also saving up 48. I think right now about 1.5k torches. You need 2.8k, right? In total, 2.8, 15, 2815 is what you need. If you want to open Troop Team, perhaps the Mythic one is crazy. Um, the I think for me, if you really want to avail the very best, you have to wait for the anniversary, because every anniversary they release something crazy. That's why I'm also saving still up for the Carnelians. I think if I can get a crazy looking team on the next anniversary, which is I think October or September, I think, yeah. Shadow, get all torches you can get, you will need them. Yes. Nah, I have never ever have purple tech beside the new Stellar Dynasty store is crazy. The new Stellar store in the Stellar Dynasty is freaking amazing. Freaking amazing, bro. Chalcedony you can easily get in the rainbow. Yes. Yes, that's why. That's why I said you don't need to get that Chalcedony. Gems and Meteor. 100% brother. Mon stuff. 100%. Gems and that Meteor if you can. Bro, we have Stellar Dynasty in about 5 days. Or server 288332. Hahaha. Oh, you also have one? Nice. Very good job. Very good. As I said, everyone is going to have it now because we don't have, I think, Stellar Glory anymore. So Stellar Dynasty, I think, is the next big thing. Even though if you're not in an era. So yeah, I think you confirmed my theory, sports. Thank you. Putting Isabella with Ramses? Yes. Puerto Rican papi? Meteor Steel is always locked behind $50 and $99. It hurts my wallet. Haha. I told you. That's why I always say, like, if you have a chance to get it from the what do you call this? Not that one, but this one. From the Glorious Coronation, sorry, Empire Bounty, like this one. If you can get it from here as a freebie, it's going to be your first choice, right? It's going to be your first choice. Unless you don't need it for now. Okay, wait, hang on. I have missed something, I think. Okay, let's just go first back to the Heralds. Okay. Continuing with the chat, we have I don't know, Isabella and Ramesses. Yes, I will show you guys the skills of Isabella so that we will be on the same page. How many days of speed ups are needed roughly to unlock the first T8 March? You need 1,000. I think I have it. Wait, hang on, let me double check. I think you need 1,000 something. So, okay, it's here. 1,042 days. And you need help all the time. So if you have a 130% help and then you were help all the time, you will only land at 1,042 days. The torches you need is 2,815 as I've said earlier. So yeah. Where is Isabel? Isabel. Isabel. Okay, so this is how it looks for Isabella. We have recovery for your units if you're a commander. I don't really pay attention to the recovery of every support. Like, they don't really matter for me because you don't have any rage cost. That's the problem. You're going to die before you can get 300 rage without a rage cost. Unless you have the theme of Eleanor and Saladin here. you can get to it. But why would you do that? That's the question. The next one is the Twin Monarch's Aegis. This is actually the skill that I want you to think about. Imagine that if you have Ramesses consistently doing his signature skill. How many signature skill do we have? Almost every time we have like 30 activations for Ramesses. And as you can see here, we have after your commander activates a signature skill or signature active or signature turn-based skill, there is a 70% chance, 70%, that's a huge chance, to increase the damage of the commander's signature skill. Which is, I think, if we max this out. Can we max it out? Okay, I'm just maxing this out. Oh, okay. We need like levels of the hero also. Okay, sorry. So let's see, at this level it's 3. So I think it's going to be at 8. If it's max, I think it's 8. I'm not sure. It's 8, maybe. Let's say it's 8. For 6 seconds. That's an addition. That is every time your hero activates a skill. Which is going to be just 70%. You are always going to have this damage. Number 2. This is like a skill of Theodora, but a little bit better. For every 3 seconds, or sorry, 3 times. So every 3 times, your commander activates a signature active skill. Oh, again, signature active skill again. Or turn-based skill, recovers your units every 3 times. How many times again do we do with Ramesses? Let's say 30. Because 20 something to 30 is actually the regular activation of Ramesses' signature skill. So it's safe to say you will have like 10 times of healing. And let's say this is 120. Maybe this is a recovery rate of 120 or 110, something like that. You're going to have like 1000 something of healing for this hero, which is absurd, right? Oh, although this is for 3 times, sorry. Yeah, because we have already divided to 10. So it's 10 times 100 is 1000 healing right away. Percent, okay, percent, not the amount of troops, percent. And reduce your troops damage taken, which is going to be insane also as an addition because you're going to be tanky. Can you now compare this one with Theodora for the Theodora users? You can now actually see it, right? The comparison of Isabella and Theodora just from this one. Now you also have this one though. The thing you also have a Peaceful Haven, which is super tankiness, right? It's either you do fortification, sorry, which gives you a little bit more offense. But I think pure healing with tenacity, Peaceful Haven, is going to really do you something good. Although this is an armor bonus, so you will have an extra armor bonus. So you will have, sorry, a use for your armor. So I'm not really still sure about this one, but imagine what this can do. Although you cannot really spam that much when it comes to Napoleon. But imagine if this is on a Ramesses troops. I think this is just like a Theodora in a way. Like, let's see if we have Theo. Also, I want to see first the escalation. Okay, so she is a might hero. Huh? She is a might hero, so you're not going to need much of the might gem or the strategy gems. Okay, so the escalation is actually good at 1.07%. Sorry, 1.07 per level or per amount. I think that's pretty cool. Because if you will see Theodora, she will only have like 0.8 something. 0.84, as you can see on the escalation. But the problem with your Eleanor, let's check Eleanor. The problem with your Eleanor, you cannot see any bonus. Can you see? Do you see any bonus? Like armor bonus, might bonus? You don't see that, right? You don't see it right now, right? But with your Theo, this is actually what she will have. Reduce your troops right away by 9%. Let's say that Eleanor is also on that. But the thing is, you have strategy bonus here. You have extra defense coming your way. Every time your commander uses 2 signature active skill, the next active skill deals 35% extra damage. Okay, so that's actually a an extra damage of 35%, unless I think we level 40 the skill of Isabel. I think that's the time that we can make sure that she is better than Theo. But right now, Theo, I think, has a higher damage, extra damage. But this one is every 2 activation. Isabel is actually every activation. The first one is 70%, and then once that hits, you will have like 6 seconds, or in that's 6 activations of pure extra damage. Reduce damage of the first. Also, this one is pretty neat for your Theo. But the only additional thing that your Isabel actually is well, or has an advantage on, is every time you activate your skill, you heal. Every time your commander activates his skill, you heal. Okay, so where is it? So this is the damage. I'm sure this is pretty low, but for 6 times you activate this, or sorry, for 6 seconds, I know 6 times will be activated. So you will get that much damage still, compared to Theo that is only every after 2 attacks, so every 3 attacks. I'm sure it's every 3 attacks. So because it says every 2 attacks, the third one or the next one is going to be the one with the damage. So divide it by 3. So it's going to be like, let's say 10 or 11% each seconds. For here, let's say it's like if we landed at, let's say, around 8%, this is going to be way higher. It's 6 seconds. For every 3 times your commander activates a signature active or signature turn-based skill, every 3 times, so it means on the 3rd time that it activates, you will heal. So the other one is on the every 2 times the next, so it means the 3rd also. So this is for every 3 times, so this is the 3rd slot here. And then recovers unit and reduces your troops damage taken. So for 3, that is also for 3 seconds though, but it will always be there 100%. So let's say this is also for around 9%. So it's kind of like 1:1 with Theo. The only one that actually has an advantage here on your Isabel is actually the healing. The only thing also that your Theo has an advantage on now is actually her what do you call this? Her strategy bonus, because your Isabella, as you can see, doesn't have a strategy bonus. And then an advantage also of your Isabella is Peaceful Haven, which is 20%. This is 20% of damage taken reduction, which is pretty good. This is actually what a healer should have. This is what's missing with Theodora. If only she has that, it's going to be good for everybody. But rather, she has a 30% on the first skill though. First skill. That's the only problem, the first skill. But this is going to be a longer and a more steady defense than just the value of 30% right off the bat. Now, if we compare Tenacity now with your, you can see here the healing, right? 325. If we compare that with your Immortal Army, which is, I think, 330. Okay, 330. And the advantage though of your Immortal Army, only if Immortal Army is available on Isabella, I think we have a clear winner. But this is Immortal Army with a bonus of purifying any debuffs. Okay, and also Theo, you have another heal, which is for tactics, but this also has a damage, but it will not always activate, but you can get a pretty damn good amount of healing also there. But it's not comparable to the healing of every 3 attacks. because I said it's like 1000 plus something compared to just, let's say, 155. Let's say we have 5 activations, that's just 500 something. And also another neat thing about Isabella is actually her Peaceful Haven, which your Theo lacks. So, but as I've said, we can do a comparison with Theodora based on the skills. So really, for me, if you are getting a Confucius, if you cannot get a Confucius, and I proved that Isabella is going to be like a replacement instead of a Confucius on a Ramesses March, that is not using a Scipio, I think I'm going to do it first before I confirm with you guys, so that I have all the data or the data to actually confirm that one. But yeah, I think that's it for the store. Let's see if we have other ones. So this one I have already mentioned earlier. This is a good one for those of you guys who are missing heroes like Zhugliang. Zhugliang, if you want to be a warrior, sorry, a tactician, swordsman, and archer, you need, for me, Zhugliang. And there are a lot of other heroes here that you need, or maybe you will need. So make sure that you get them. I'm not sure that if this is available on the lower servers or young servers, or maybe on the young servers, they, like for example, you are in season 3, you will have available season 1, 2, and 3. So I'm not sure. Does anyone here on stream right now that is actually on a lower server wherein you are in server, for example, in a server wherein you are only at season 3 heroes? Does anyone on the stream, so that we can confirm? Okay, let's read some more chats here. How many jades we need to spin the 100 spin? 800 jades? Yeah, I think so. Hey Tito, yes Miniman. Ain't Isabella a gatherer, not a fighter? That's what the game is actually telling us. I have mentioned this earlier though, because they're offering a recommendation of Isabella on the Gathering March with Joyan and Darius. But I'm comparing her with Theo because they almost have the same MO for their skills, but the difference is only Isabella has a little bit an edge because of PH and the healing on her signature skill. By chance, do you know how many days of speed ups needed? Okay, I think I have answered this. I've got 1000 days right now, but I'm going to use that for my purple tech first. Okay. Just don't max out everything. Just don't max out the categories in in the purple research. Just open everyone or everything, and don't max out anything unless it is the might damage, the strategy damage, damage reduction, or health. Those are the most important things in there. I think it's not worth for fight. It's good for gather, admire. Okay, but I'm going to still try it with a Ramesses because I do have Ramesses, I do have Theo. If I get Isabella and I see her skills, maybe. Also, another one, I have not really showed you the stars because the stars are pretty damn cool. Wait, hang on. I forgot to show you the stars of Isabella. My God, so stupid of me. Okay. Okay. Because the stars of Isabella is quite good. Like for example, this one. Your TMA is going to increase damage boost effect for the commander signature skill by additional 7%. Now I think it was 8 when I was computing the total damage added to the commander. If you're going to add 7%, that's already 15%. And that is more damage than your Theo can offer. Another good one here is for gathering speed. Another one is for your gathering speed. Okay. But the first one is, of course, It slaps, bro. The first one, the part where you get the damage, that slaps. Now the third one, this increases the Twin Monarchs ages or what we call TMA, recovery rate by 80%, bro. So it's going to be like, let's say 200% per healing. Let's say not 200 because I think it will land on at around 110 or 120%. Plus if you get this 80%, that's around, let's say 190 or 200 per 3 hits. How many hits does your Rameses have? How many hits does he do? Imagine how many healing you can get from this if your Rameses is spamming his signature skill. Because every 3 activations, the third activation is actually going to heal your troops. And if you have, let's say, the Ring of Falcon in here, how much healing is that? Plus you have, let's say, a mount that has a healing increase also. How much healing is that? Timur is way better. Oh, I think it's on the mounts. Sorry, on the cavalry. But anyway, your troops gathering speed. Another gathering speed. Another gathering speed. Another gathering speed is in addition here. Okay, so she is a very good gathering hero. I get it. I get it, game. I get it, game. Okay, now the 5 stars here is actually also good because your TMA damage reduction effect for your troop has an additional 10% and it extends to 6 seconds. So the first one, you have 3 seconds, I think. There, 3 seconds. Let's say this would be at around 8% also. Plus 10%, that is 18%. Or let's say 20%, I think. Reduction of damage taken. Or let's say just 8. That's 18% damage reduction plus 200 recovery rate, I think. That is so much reduction of damage plus so much recovery rate that I think you would need just a little bit more stats on your Rameses. And I think you're going to be super tanky. Like, this is like, let's say 18%, which your Theo has like only 9. That is double Theos. What Theo is offering. For the signature skill, we will arrive at around 15% for 6 seconds, and your Theo is like every after 2, so every third try, you will get like 30%, 35%. But this is 15% per second times 6 is equivalent to 60, 90%. 90%. So for Theo, it will be like 70%, but this one is 90%. So there you go. And the most important here for me is your healing. Plus your defense is at 20%. Let's say not 20, let's say just 15 or 18, something like that. Still, it's a little bit better than your Theo's 9%. And also, you have a Peaceful Haven. This is 20% right off the bat. 20%. That is a lot of defense. And the Tenacity, you just need to focus on armor though, because this is the only bonus that this hero will ever have. So you will have for sure armor gems on her to get her armor pumping up. So you get armor gems here with Tenacity to increase the recovery rate. And when you max this out, it's almost the same as your Immortal Army. The only downside is this doesn't have the immunity or debuffs debuffs. So, or is it debuffs? Something like that. That removes debuffs. Okay. So yeah, I think that's the only way. The only thing that really turns players off from Isabella is actually the gathering. It's like a Quindido. Quindido is also a gatherer. But, I mean, this is a pretty neat, thing. If this is on Rameses, though, imagine if this is on Napoleon. So you have 6 seconds that you have damage. For every 3 times your commander activates, that is pretty low, though. So you need to be really a spammer and tank build on your Napoleon. But I don't have any clue yet about Napoleon with this March. But I will try. I will try my best. I have my Napoleon here, 1 star. I also have Saladin here, but just 2 star. But yeah, maybe we can try still, you know. I'm just going to wait for more medals, and then we're going to try. But I can see a reason why she is rumored to be on a Ramesses March. So for me, if this works, and you are a low spender and you cannot afford to get, for example, Confucius, I think Isabella is going to be a good one. Well, just in my opinion, though. But I think we have tackled everything out, though, on that matter. So I'm just checking out the packs if we have other remaining new ones. So as I've said, if you can open this up. Hello, brother. Hello, Prime. Yeah, using her as a dedicated gatherer. Ramesses already has a good tactician support, especially with Confucius coming on the MGE. Yes, Miniman, but I'm just considering her for low spenders and maybe free-to-play player who has a Ramesses. Or maybe if they can get Ramesses and they have Isabella, maybe they can, if they don't have Confucius, maybe if they cannot get Confucius. I'm just giving somewhat of an option because you know you cannot just judge every hero. Like for example, you get Dido. Of course, we also tried her on the first instance. That is the only time you will know that she is not going to be good, is once you try her. Once you tested her out. Once someone like me tests her out. Because that is why I think most of you are here to see if she works or not. Because if not, for sure she's a gatherer. But if she works, then it is a good find, don't we? Like we always have to try everything out until we prove them right or we prove them wrong. So I'm always like that. I always want to try before I do judgment on something, because I think that's the most rightful thing that I can do, especially if I want to give you guys the best information that I can. Because without trying and just barely looking at it, I think we will not have or arrive at the right path or answer to our let's say maybe theories or thinking. Hello. You see hero reset? Yes, there is a hero reset. Yes, 100%. Also another one. I think it will last long enough for the new heroes to come. Oh, how many days is it? I have forgot to see the days. I forgot to see the days. We're 7 days. Oh, yes, you're right. Because now it's 21, so we have 6 days left. If they release the heroes on the 27th, it will. If they release a hero on the 27th, right? Once they release a hero on the 27th or before that, then the hero reset will be there. For sure. For sure. Okay, another one. Let me check on my second phone. I have an account in 369. Yes, the new servers do have the packs for $1 and season 2 heroes. Oh, Miniman, they don't have the other heroes. Just the heroes that are on their season. Like they don't have all of this. Miniman, sorry. Is Guan Yu worth of reset? Yeah. You have to reset Guan Yu, especially if you have new heroes. Timur is way better than Guan Yu. But for me, Attila is the best. The best support for me is Attila. 100%, bro. Season 1 to Season 7. Who the hell does that? I put it as farming march. Yeah, for me right now, maybe I'm going to put her as a farming march because we have one march, or I have one march wherein I think I would need an extra farmer, which is the pikeman. So on my pikeman farmers right now, I have Bushra as the extra, because you're going to always have one lacking farmer there. So yeah. So I think Miniman, can you confirm that it's only like whatever seasons you are on for the heroes on the market? From this one, where is that? From the packs, this one. Because right now we are season 6, so all the heroes from season 1 to season 6 is available here. So the one I was trying to confirm is that if you are, for example, in season 2, if the only heroes available here is also until season 2. Because if they give this, the Bubudika, Bellevue, US hero, they have available. Ah, I see. I see. I think, yeah, I think they, because I was thinking maybe they were trying to regularize all the heroes. That's why they have given this one out. But since you confirmed that they only have like the season 2 heroes in the market also, but they also have season 1 heroes? Current heroes only. Okay, yeah. At least we now confirm that the only current heroes for your server will be available for the custom legendary advent hero chest. Thank you for the help, Miniman. I appreciate the assist, brother. You slaps. I appreciate that, bro. So, yeah, let's see if we have something more here. Do you guys purchase the this one, the gem chest? When I still have money to spare, I do purchase this one weekly, just this one. But also, I think the torches and keys, as you can see, are pretty low here. You can purchase this key on our event right now for 10 pieces of key and 1 piece of torch for just $1 also. That is where you want to use your money instead of here. I think these are just extra for me, so yeah. So I don't think we have extra though right now. I think we have mentioned everything that needs to be mentioned.
Come closer. The crystal ball has much to reveal to you.
Okay. Oops. Maybe we missed something. Conversion? No, I think we have mentioned everything. And also today you have a lucky moments here for your keys, so maybe you don't want to miss it out for those of you guys who needs these keys. And also once you get your Isabella, sorry, you will have the hero growth. As you can see, the price is $10 for just 10 hero medals, and then the other supporting resources are actually a little bit lacking on the value. Compare it to what they are offering right now in the mall. I think you should get the 15 pieces of this one with 2 legendary gem chests, with 300 technique points, and then with 5 pieces each of the speed ups. So that is more value than this. You will just double the price, but the value is like triple. So yeah, I suggest you do that instead of this. But if you want to and you need legendary hero medals, why not, right? I'm just giving you options though. But yeah, I think that's about it. If I don't have anything more to share with you guys today, I'm going to do my daily quest later because I have something to do. And yeah, I'm going to finish off the stream right now, but I really do appreciate everyone, especially the help and the assist. Miniman, you slaps. And all of you guys, of course, slaps. And what I mean by slaps is, it's super good, amazing, something like that. And that's actually our signature here, which is when you are super cool, you're so amazing, you slaps. When you suck, you slops. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you for checking out this video with me today. I'm going to maybe trim some of it and do it as a video for our other viewers that doesn't have or is actually or has actually a different language than us, so that they can also check out what our stream is all about. And also some added information, tomorrow I'm going to release another video for the new heroes. Maybe tomorrow I can release Confucius, but I think Confucius is a pretty damn big hero to release the second day. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to release Eleanor so that we can maybe have a fair comparison also with Isabella. But anyway, guys, I enjoyed the stream today. Thank you for being with me today and hopping on to the stream. If you have any questions or maybe you want to help or you want a help with something, just message me in Discord or in my Facebook. So just look for TitoPods in Facebook and also on Discord, and you will see my profile right away. This is what you get from being a low spender. I just top up all Bogo. I think about $150, but I don't know how to do a spending spree. Yeah, so sorry. Um, I'm saving my coupons. Wait, Shadow, I think I already have mentioned where you wanna spend your money though. Where you wanna spend your money. If you can replay the parts wherein I have mentioned the parts of the mall, I think you're going to be good with it. Just rewind the stream for the portion wherein I mentioned what to buy in the mall, and I think you will be good at it. Well, you take care, Tito. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thank you, Miniman. Thank you for every one of you guys here. I always appreciate you guys. Although we didn't hit our goal for today, not even one, but I do appreciate you guys for being here, and I always do love to give informations and help people. So yeah, if you need anything, just hit me up on my Discord or on my Facebook page. You just type in TitoBods, and I think I will appear. It's like Joe Henry. Say his name and he will appear if you know wrestling. But anyway, I do have a blast. Thank you very much. So next up, we're going to do a video next for the next for another season 7 hero. Hopefully, you have checked out our first one, which is Pyrrhus, and he is, or actually, it's Pyrrhus. So I just researched it. It's Pyrrhus. So he is available now, and you can check out our video for that. Anyway, as always, guys, have a great day to everyone. This is your Tito Buds, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. You all slaps.